Hi, I'm John Narvali, graduated in 1975 from the Creative Photography program. I currently own a business called Narvali Digital Photography, and we specialize in commercial photography. This is my Humber story. While I was at the college, I was able to get into large format photography, in particular 8x10-inch film. One of the profs there was an expert at it and showed me a few things that I could do and manipulate the camera. So I had to learn how to manipulate the camera before I could actually take some creative stuff. And it seemed to me like everything I photographed once I started looked great. And I really never used those images till years later, I would say 5-10 years later. But I was able to sell some of those images commercially. You know, some of them were in boardrooms. You know, clients I've got that are in boardrooms sitting in their entranceway, their lobbies. And it wouldn't have started at all. The thought process wouldn't have started if it hadn't been for what I did at Humber College. After graduating from Humber College, I started doing basic real estate photography. There's a company called Remax. You know, they gave me a list of 20 or 30 homes, and I would charge them $10 a home to go there, photograph it in 35mm, shoot it on 35mm film, and give them the proofs. And they would use those proofs to add to their collection of images to sell the properties. It worked out great for me. I was able to do 10 or 15 of these projects a day, make $150, and I was good. So Narvali Photography is a melange of services. Anything I'm interested in, I will do. And if I do it, I'm going to be the best at it. In other words, I'm not going to take on a job I know nothing about. If I see the potential in giving the client what they want and over-delivering, I'll take that advantage and do it. My original client, Kodak, brought me on board in the day and introduced me to all kinds of clients. Actually, I was their corporate photographer, and almost every time an outside client would need a photographer, they would recommend me. It was a gold mine, and just being able to hook up with Kodak. And I've developed most of the clients I still have today based on the fact that referral. I don't know if I deserve that recognition, but because of that recognition, I got into architectural photography, which I'm really good at, annual reports. We even get to some industrial photography where we go underground into mines. You know, any place you can put me where I can bring my eyes and actually know I'm going to come away with an image, I'll do. I do travel globally, and I've traveled to most countries in the world. But the thing is, if you're in Frankfurt, or if you're in Sydney, Australia, or if you're in Mexico City, it doesn't really matter where you are, because the place you are globally, you're still the same person dealing with the same things you're dealing anywhere else, except when you're finished working, you get a chance to be outside and see the world. I've had sittings with presidents of the United States. I've had sittings with prime ministers. I've sat down with religious leaders, popes, Pope John Paul, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, and I've gotten it just because I can do this with a camera. So passion is something that I've always looked for in my life. The most informed piece of advice I can give you after what I've learned at Humber College is to use the facilities, use the information you get, remember it, try to remember it, and try to do it every day, and just immerse yourself in the college, because you need to have that immersion process where nothing else is on your mind except what you're doing in order to develop that passion. I'm John Narvali, and I'm a proud Humber grad.